Sir Michael Caine has been a cornerstone of British cinema for over 7 decades. From the charming thief in Alfie to the relentless avenger in Get Carter and the steadfast mentor in The Dark Knight, he has embodied characters with honesty, elegance, and steel. Born Michael Caine, the working-class boy from London, rose through hardship to become a Hollywood icon admired worldwide. With 2 Oscars and a career full of unforgettable performances, he captivated audiences with clarity of voice, intensity of eyes, and authenticity. Yet behind the fame, his life was marked by trials far greater than any role could portray. This is the story of survival, perseverance, and the man who never surrendered to life's storms. Childhood in war-torn London. Michael Caine was born on March 14, 1933, into a family already shaped by struggle. His father, Morris, laboured carrying heavy fish crates until his hands bled, returning home exhausted, yet worried about the next day's bills. His mother, Ellen, worked as a cleaner, enduring harsh chemicals that left her skin cracked and sore. The family shared a single damp room, cold in winter, stifling in summer, with no privacy and barely enough food. In 1940, the bombs rained down on London, destroying their home and stealing the safety of his childhood. Fear became constant, and hunger was an everyday companion. Even in such dire circumstances, his mother fought fiercely to protect him. Abandonment and survival. During the war, the government sent young Michael to Norfolk for safety, but he found neglect instead. The family caring for him treated him as a burden, often locking him in a cupboard for hours. "They locked me in a cupboard. That was my war," he later said. It was here that he first understood the sting of abandonment. His mother, refusing to let despair claim him, tracked him down alone, broke into the house, and brought him home. The police intervened, but she emerged victorious, with her son in her arms. That single act of bravery and love imprinted on Michael the knowledge that someone would always fight for him, even when the world seemed to look away. Life after the war. After the war, the Caine family moved into a small, prefabricated house in Elephant and Castle. Winters were harsh, summers unrelenting, and the family had little furniture or savings. Despite the poverty, love endured. Maurice returned from work each night exhausted, yet he always provided what little food they could manage. Michael, at 16, left school to work, taking jobs as a clerk, messenger, porter, and delivery boy. Each day was a reminder that life offered no guarantees, only struggle. He watched men older than him still battling for survival, fearing he might become one of them. These hardships forged a resilience that would later define his life and career. The Korean War and early adulthood. In 1951, Michael joined the Royal Fusiliers and was deployed to the Korean War. The cold and danger there were unlike anything he had ever known. He witnessed injuries and death daily, understanding how quickly life could change. Returning to London in 1953, he faced no celebration, only emptiness. With no money, no guidance, and haunting memories, he resumed menial jobs. Nights were often spent wandering the streets, sometimes sleeping hungry, with only tea and cigarettes to sustain him. These years were brutal but formative, teaching him endurance and the value of small victories. It was during this period that he discovered acting, not as a dream, but as a lifeline. Acting, survival, and hope. Michael's introduction to acting came from necessity rather than ambition. Theatre offered warmth, hope, and a reason to keep moving forward. Small theatre groups became his refuge. Pay was minimal, audiences often sparse, yet he persisted. He helped clean stages after performances just to earn a meal, sometimes sleeping backstage in a coat. Acting was survival, not fame, yet it shaped him into the man the world would later know. Every performance, every role was a step toward a better life, teaching him discipline, patience, and resilience. These formative experiences instilled an understanding that life required relentless effort, no matter how cold or lonely the path. Building a career upon returning from Korea, London was rebuilding, full of dust and cranes, yet Michael faced the same struggles he had known since childhood. Office jobs and small labour offered only survival, not fulfillment. Hunger often returned, forcing him to endure days with minimal sustenance. Theatre remained his escape and training ground. Slowly he honed his craft, moving from small towns and minor roles to larger stages. Each setback, each cold night on the street, only strengthened his resolve. Michael Caine's eventual rise was not a result of luck. It was born from years of endurance, self-discipline, and unwavering determination to keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. Triumph on screen. Michael's dedication eventually brought him recognition and acclaim. Films like Alfie, Get Carter, and The Italian Job cemented his status as a versatile and commanding actor. He earned 2 Oscars and became a beloved figure worldwide. Yet, despite the fame and wealth, he never forgot the hunger, fear, and loneliness that shaped his early years. His approach to acting, truthful, grounded, and human, reflected his life experiences. Audiences responded not just to his talent but to the authenticity he carried from a childhood of hardship, proving that personal struggles, when faced with courage, can translate into timeless artistry. Life in later years today, at 92, Michael lives a quieter life in Surrey, surrounded by the peace he fought to earn. His net worth is estimated at over $60 million, but his home is modest, a reflection of a man who values simplicity and family over show. Lavender blooms in his garden, a reminder of his mother. Daily life is slower. He walks with a cane, experiences back pain, and occasionally needs assistance. Scripts still arrive, but he reads only a few. His greatest role now is living in the present, enjoying small routines, family visits, and the calm that decades of struggle have earned him. Family and legacy. Family is Michael's true reward. He enjoys cooking for his grandchildren, calls his daughters regularly, and treasures quiet dinners over Hollywood premieres. His home is a gallery of memories, photographs of friends, letters from his mother, drawings from his grandchildren, and quietly displayed Oscars. He continues charitable work, supporting hospitals, veterans, and young actors. Every action is informed by memory of hunger, fear, and loneliness, ensuring he offers comfort to others. Michael sees himself not just as a legend, but as a survivor who refuses to let hardship define his present, turning his past trials into lessons of empathy and generosity. Reflection, strength, and survival. Michael Caine once said, "Strength is not standing tall, strength is standing at all." At 92, he embodies this truth. Every day is a test, every step requires effort, yet he persists. He wakes to small joys, the presence of loved ones, and the simple act of living another day. Fame was never the pinnacle of his story. Survival, remembrance, and hope define it. His greatest role has always been life itself. A man who endured, who remembers, and who refuses to stop fighting for tomorrow. The world celebrates the legend. He cherishes the survivor within. Michael Caine's story is timeless, proving courage is measured not by applause, but by endurance.